Good morning. This Friday morning in the 10th week of Ordinary Time, picking up with First Kings today, chapter 19. So Elijah just defeated the the priests of Baal. He just called back the rain to end the 3 year drought of Israel. But at the same time, after Elijah defeated those priests of Baal, he had them slaughtered, which is, kind of one of those troublesome texts. Just two quick comments on that. One, remember, Jezebel and Ahab were having the priests of Israel killed. Okay, so we didn't get that in our cycle of readings, but we hear texts of priests hiding, a priest being killed. So this is kind of like Elijah's retaliation of eliminating again the presence of the foreign god Baal in there. Um, but on top of that, don't always assume that what the prophet does is a good thing. Okay, we don't hear any command of the Lord to do this. We just hear that Elijah does it. And sometimes the Old Testament will do that, especially where you hear like one of the heroes in the story, one of the great figures in the story, do something, do something which seems immoral, and the readers kind of confused by that, and there's no commentary on it. So whenever you see that, something done with no commentary, sometimes it's kind of the Old Testament writer's way of saying, yeah, he probably shouldn't have done that, but who knows? Things are different back then. But anyways, because of that though, because of him killing those priests of Baal, Jezebel is now on pursuit of him. Okay, she and kind of Ahab secondarily, not big fans of Elijah and everything that he's been doing. So in today's first reading, Elijah is hiding in a cave. He's taking shelter, and he's taking shelter at Mount Horeb, which again is also Mount Sinai. Okay, the two are interchangeable. So I was wrong about Mount Carmel. I said that was also Mount Sinai. I was wrong about that. But Mount Horeb and Mount Sinai, the same mountain. So this is the same mountain that Moses was when he encountered God. And guess what? Elijah's going to be encountered God as well. And, with that, it's kind of interesting that, excuse me, that they're going to encounter God, but they're going to encounter God in kind of two drastically different ways. So Moses at Mount Sinai is going to see God in the burning bush, okay? And God's going to come down with his glory, his power, his might. It's a very noticeable trembling experience. But in this case, Elijah's going to encounter God in a small, tiny little breeze, little whispering sound. So I think that's what we kind of can take home today. God's going to meet us in different ways, different scenarios. Sometimes it's going to be big and obvious and noticeable, and we're going to sense and feel the presence of God. And sometimes it's very quiet and peaceful, and you can't explain it, but you just know, in the stillness and the quietness that God is with us. God's ways are infinite, so the way that he's going to reach us are also going to be infinite ways. Just when we think, we know what God's going to do, he's always going to pleasantly surprise us. Okay, and he meets God. He passes by Elijah, just like with Moses, and God's going to give Elijah a mission again, a very dangerous mission. He's going to go back, and he's going to appoint new kings and a new prophet. Okay, Hazael, the king of Aham, Jehu, the king of Israel, and then Elisha It's going to be the prophet that's going to succeed him. So sometimes God, when he does encounter us, is going to give us a mission that's we're going to feel uncomfortable with. Remember, Elijah's hiding in the mountain, as a way of fleeing danger. And now the Lord's going to ask him to go back, okay? Because there's still some work that he has to do. So, again, be open, be docile to the ways that God will encounter us. And when he does encounter us, expect him to have us do something that we're uncomfortable with. Remember, God's glory and power is going to shine through all this, okay? So don't be afraid. Take courage and wait and expect the Lord to come to you. May God bless you.